going to torture you guys tonight. Look, y'all, I'm sorry, but we've done so many great pay-per-views and watched so many great pay-per-views together that eventually we're going to have to do some shitty ones here or there, right? And I think we can all agree that 1995's King of the Ring was one of the worst WWE pay-per-views of all time. But you know what? I haven't seen this one in a long time either. So I thought it would be really fun and interesting to watch it again and see if we can view it 29 years later and come away with some different opinions about it. Of course, this show was at the Spectrum in Philadelphia. Really, really hot ECW crowd. ECW was starting to bubble around this time in 1995. They had really started with the extreme nature of their storylines and their wrestling, and for WWE to come in 95 in this transition period between these cartoony ass characters to the Attitude Era, the Philly crowd was not liking this pay-per-view very much. And next time WWE headed into this neighborhood would be in December's In Your House in Hershey, where Bret and Bulldog got bloody. And then the following year at Mind Games, same thing, same arena, if I'm not mistaken. So WWE usually comes through, or it has come through ever since this pay-per-view in Pennsylvania. But I think this was a really big learning experience for WWE. And, it had a really, really bad main event with Diesel and Bam Bam teaming up, and not Diesel and Shawn. Shawn is in the King of the Ring. Undertaker is in the King of the Ring. Neither one of these guys win it. What? And Bret Hart is battling Jerry Lawler in a Kiss My Foot match. So this should be fun. It should be fun to travel back to 1995, about 2 weeks after I graduated high school. I don't know the date on this. I know the date on the King of the Ring. It's June 25th, 1995. So if I go to my calendar and I go all the way down to 1995 and look at that week, or look at that month, excuse me, I probably graduated June 9th, most likely. So this was like 2 weeks after I had graduated high school and was out on my own in big boy land in the world. And I never looked back. I moved out of my parents' house about 3 months after turning 18. Been on my own ever since. So it's been quite the ride since 1995. But good to see everyone in here this week. Happy Sunday to you. And thank you for joining us. Sorry we weren't here last week, but we had to watch Double or Nothing together. So we are back this week with a classic watch along. I think next week we're probably going to do King of the Ring 1999. I've reviewed that show, but I don't think we've ever watched it. And that show I was at. And it will also this month be the 25th anniversary of King of the Ring 1999. So we might have back-to-back weeks of mediocrity here, because King of the Ring 95 is not a great show. Neither is 99, but we got to watch these ones at some point. We've not watched 93, 94, 96, 98, but we haven't gotten to 99 or this one yet. And I don't think we've done 97 either. So maybe we'll get them all done in the month of June. Glad you guys are here. This should be fun. Cheers to you. I have not opened up my 805, but it is right here, unopened, and I'm ready to rock. But before we do so, I'm going to say hello to everybody in the chat. While I do this, by the way, you know what to do. Go over to your Peacock. Pull up Peacock. You want to go to your WWE King of the Ring tab. You're looking for Season 3, Episode 1, according to Peacock. The runtime is 2 hours, 36 minutes, and 2 seconds. So, I'm sorry, and 1 second. That's two different times, one on the load page and one on the main page here. But 2 hours, 36 minutes, and 1 second is what we're looking at for King of the Ring 1995. In just a few minutes, we will hit play together. Once we do that, the timer right below my face will begin to run, and just keep your Peacock synced up to my timer, and that's how we follow along here. So welcome, everyone, once again to Sunday. Let's say hello to people like, let's hit some channel members. Who do I see in here first, channel member-wise? Tatanani is here. So far, just Tatanani. Brandon McNeil, there's another one. I mean, we got a lot of people in here, but just the channel members, a few. Tatanani, Brandon McNeil. Isaac is in the house as well. Always happy to see you. We've got George Morris, MJ Parker. Noah Heiss is in here as well. So is Ben Espinoza and the Juliet. Some of those early channel members wanted to say hello to. Also, Shane Belfast, Brian Snow. We Are Pro Wrestling. What's up, dude? What do you have to say about this? You're going to have some info on this. I think I can match you Trivia-wise, though, with 1995, I think I can answer my own questions, but it's always good to have you here because you can always fill in the blanks for me every single time. Arguably the worst pay-per-view in WWE history, and we all get to witness it together. Thank God it's only 2 hours and 36 minutes long, and it's not like a 4-hour show. We've got Ray Frand in here as well. Good to see you. We have Mike Rouse right on. Big J is here. So is Beta Jim Ray, also in the house. David Brown, also always happy to see you. Daniel Barry Sports. Surge is here. So is George Morris with the very generous $10. Good to see you, George. Hey, Greg, how are you doing? King of the Ring 95, 5 out of 10. I've never seen you give a 5 out of 10. It's either 10 out of 10 or it's 0 out of 10 with you, George. I have never seen you even give like an actual grade. That's very cool. 5 out of 10 you're giving the show, huh? We'll see how your rating holds up. Shawn Michaels' entrance, very edited. I wonder why. Cobra Kai Season 6, Part 3. 3 parts, I'm sorry. Who killed WCW this Tuesday? Will you be watching? And how is Tito? Me, Strudel, 10 years. Well, Tito is 11. Tito is great. He is chilling right on the couch, just out of view. Let's see if I can pull him into view there. See him right there. There he is. There he is, right on the corner there. He'll be chilling there most of the night. I don't recall. The funny thing is, I haven't gone back and watched this pay-per-view in so long, so I don't remember a lot of. This is one of the shows, actually. This is one of the pay-per-views that I watched on a scrambled feed. I didn't buy the pay-per-view that year, but I do remember listening to it on the scramble feed. And I remember when The Undertaker lost and everything and how weird that was. With Shawn, I can't even remember what he did. Does he face Kama? Or I don't even remember the brackets here. A lot of this is going to be fresh to me because even though I've seen this pay-per-view and I'm aware of it and I know generally what happened on the show, it's such a bad show that it's never been one that I've gone back and watched ever. I should have put it out. Let's see. I'll find it in a minute once we're done with it. Oh, here. It's right here. Let's go. There you go. Even better. King of the Ring, 1995. We've got it on VHS, and this is an exquisite copy. Now that I'm looking at this, I mean, this thing is nice. Yeah. That is very, very much in great shape. This VHS box, very good. So anyway, we do have King of the Ring 1995, but it's been a long time since I've watched the show, so I have no idea about a lot of what we're going to see here. So I'm interested to see how edited this Shawn Michaels entrance is. Very excited for Cobra Kai Season 6, dividing it up in 3 parts, ready for that to start next month, I think. And Who Killed WCW this Tuesday? Yes, I will be watching, but probably... No, I will be watching, just not live. I'm going to be watching it a couple of hours later that evening. Interested to see that, even though that's a story we've been told 10,000 times. Interested to see this take on it. And yeah, it's going to be a big week in wrestling. I will get around to a review of that Who Killed WCW doc at some point, hopefully this week, if I can swing it. Isaac has got $5 for us. Thanks, dude. Today marks the 10th anniversary of the day when the Shield broke up. Man, how time flies. That is freaky, the fact that the Shield broke up 10 years ago. Are we sure? Are we sure about that? But yeah, 2014. Wow. Oh, thank you, the Juliet. I cannot believe these A&E biographies are still going on. I don't know why I thought they were over. Last week's Eddie Guerrero one was very good. Tonight's A&E biography is on Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Very cool. I bet you that sounds like a 1-hour one to me. I bet you it is, 100%. Good to see Steven Edits up in here. We'll get this pay-per-view started in a second. Lots of shout-outs to do. Financial Truth Academy, welcome. Hey, how are you? And Ryan Adams is here as well. William Cullen. Used just once. I think I got Ray Fran, Justin Fleming. I got a super chat the other day. I read it. I didn't even notice it until I was inputting the super chats for the ticker here from Dixie Normus. And I think I read it out loud. It just did not register to me that they put Dixie Normus. My all-time favorite is Barry McCockiner. That's my favorite. Brandon Barnes, also happy to see you here. Right on. Okay, so let's start this pay-per-view because I've been talking a lot. Go over to your Peacock and get your finger on the play button, and we will hit play together after a countdown of 3. So let me just line up my fingers because I have 2 buttons to hit, and y'all should just have 1, although I don't know what's going on in y'all's house. Probably crazy things. All right, here we go. Y'all ready to rock on King of the Ring in 1995? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. Yes. All right, I'm good on my end. Oh, it's a city of brotherly love, guys. Let me turn my volume up. I can't hear nothing. I can't even hear Vince screaming at me. Captain Kerwin Silfies. Wow, that's interesting. So Vince, he claimed that Kerwin Silfies was flying the blimp, I guess. I think that was just him shouting out his name. Kind of how like they've shouted out kayfabe a few times on Stephanie Wyand. Oh, what a weird time in my life this was.
As you know, the very last qualifying match for the King of the Ring tournament happened right here at the Core State Spectrum before the King of the Ring Spectacular began. Well,
she was weird to me, guys. She just seemed like a kindergarten teacher.
Proud to present in its entirety Savio Vega versus IRS.
What? Okay, so this is... What did she just... Is this happened before the show or something? What happened now? What did Stephanie just say? But she always came off like a high school, or I'm sorry, a kindergarten teacher to me. And now we're going to go to the ring, boys and girls, to watch Savio Vega. And, you know? Oh, that's right. Wasn't Razor Ramon injured? Was it supposed to be Razor and IRS? I don't remember what the fuck's going on. Totally 100% natural children's gummy. Just nothing but sugar in there. That's it. Nothing else. Just sugar and other stuff they make gummy bears out of. That's it. This is just a soda. This is 805 Sprite. It's really good. Referee Danny Davis, I can see him. Mike Witt, good to see you, man. Max Pokebros here too. Brandon Barnes, hello. Yeah, I remember Razor getting hurt. And that kind of messing it up. Okay, good. We are pro wrestling. Please explain. It was supposed to be Razor versus Yoko. That's right. Razor hurt. Winner of Savio IRS faces Yoko. Got it. Okay, thank you. So they're airing this. Did this air on the pay-per-view? Because they look like they got a full house here. So did they add a quick, like, extra qualifier to the beginning of the show? No, they're still filling in. Fans are still filling up at the top. I loved this building. This was the site of SummerSlam 1990, and WWE ran Spectrum for years back in the 80s and stuff. A lot of good early era Hogan matches in this building. You know, when Hogan first won the title and stuff. It was the only time WWE ever had writing on the ring. On the ring mat, it used to say Spectrum. So right in the front row, you can see Hat Guy from ECW, or Straw Hat Guy. Yeah, so this is kind of like a pre-show match, I guess. I couldn't remember. Because I don't think the free-for-all was a thing yet. I don't think. But Stephanie Wyand, I remember like being a senior in high school and starting to get older, but still trying to be a wrestling fan. And she was fine. Seemed like a totally nice woman. It's just the way she would talk to you was literally, I mean, I guess, you know, wrestling does target kids as a very large one of their demographics, but I felt like I was being talked to as if I was 5 years old, and it made me a little weird about it. I couldn't imagine Stephanie Wyand in the Attitude Era. And now we're going to go to the ring, boys and girls, for Stone Cold Steve Austin to bust a chair over Vince McMahon's face and bloody him up and then pour beer on him. Are you ready? Are you ready, little Jimmy? Yes, I am, Stephanie. Look at these guys. You got Hugo, Carlos, and shout out to Ray Rougeau. I feel like this is right when Doc Hendricks got in, too. This has got to be one of Doc's first pay-per-views that he called, right?
did not want to take that risk in Savio Vega stepping up and wanting to get into this tournament.
I'm not a fan of the long sleeve striped referee shirt that Danny Davis is rocking right now.
Will represent the tag team of Psycho Sid and his partner, the Native American Tataka, later on. But speaking of later on, how about the first ever Kiss My Foot match? And not my foot, but be it the winner gets the loser. Look at this! Nice maneuver on the part of Savio Vega.
Yeah, WWE just wasn't. Their shit was just too childish, too cartoony. I mean, I think 95, they were still trying stupid shit. I'm pretty sure 1995 is the year of Mantar and Friar Ferguson and crap like that was still happening. And putting over Mabel here, I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Turn around. You could always do that spinning heel real well. All right, Savio beats Irwin. Oh, that's right. I have forgotten, too. Savio Vega had just gotten there. It was funny how they had Click members hanging around with not Click people. Like Scott Hall or Razor has this friendship with Savio and Diesel's friendship with Bam Bam. Diesel and Bam Bam didn't even like each other. Oh, here we go. Now it's time. Cool. We got like a bonus match, guys. This pay-per-view didn't suck enough. They gave us a bonus match of suck. Extra suck for us. What about your favorite Bastion Booger? I just mentioned him. He was Friar Ferguson. Doc Hendricks. He's so animated.
What a tag team matchup. And let's not forget, for the first time ever,
Vince.
my foot match between the King, Jerry Lawler, the Hitman, Bret Hart.
The way Doc did that the first time ever. Reminds me of a scene in like maybe the first couple seasons of Breaking Bad. Walter White's like in the bedroom in his underwear and he's just frustrated. He lifts up and he bangs his head on something. He's like, rah! He just like lets out this scream of frustration. That's what Doc Hendricks just did there. It reminded me of that. I still hate Walter White though. But that was funny when he did that. That's right. So this is an extra match tacked on for Savio. So he's got a longer road. Check out Vlad. Vlad's got the blue King of the Ring shirt and King of the Ring hat. He's decked out for this one. 4 years later, I would sit next to Vlad at the King of the Ring. Is Yoko a tag team champion here? Yes, he is, right? God, he's fucking huge. Instead of a sumo gimmick, I would have just liked to see Yoko have like something like Umaga had. Like when he first came in, anyway.
How did Yokozuna get to the King of the Ring tournament? We'll take you back in a moment, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah, are the Hardys doing the door? I know one year they did the doors. This must be it. Yeah, I remember that. Who's this guy? Who'd he give it to? Is that Scotty Riggs? Oh my God. That's so cool. I didn't know it was a Lex Luger and Yokozuna match to qualify. That's actually kind of funny. Yeah, Luger on his way out. He'll be debuting on Nitro very shortly. Nitro did not exist yet.
Alright guys, thank you very much. Less than 15 minutes ago, indeed, Savio Vega qualifying for the final spot. That means right now, he's going to meet Yokozuna. It's just an incredible feat. Congratulations. First of all, how do you prepare for this? Gracias. Estoy bien preparado para King of the Ring. Lo hice. Estoy en el torneo. I'm in a tournament for King of the Ring. And I guarantee you one thing. It's hard, but I'm going to try. Be the king this year.
It's hard, but I'm going to try. Savio Vega's going to win, whether he wants to or not. Todd, I'm so glad he doesn't have the mullet anymore. But he had it. So that I think Todd got rid of it because he had the mullet when they gave away the house the previous month. No mullet now. It's just business in the front and business on the back. Oh yeah, Stanley Cups are set. I think Dallas made it into the finals, right? Or the NBA finals set? I know it's Dallas. I was watching them at work. They put a hurting on Minnesota. Who's on the other side? Boston and who? Boston and somebody, not Miami. Who the fuck is on the Eastern Conference side? I don't even know. I barely pay attention.
And there we see Yokozuna. Now this could be a mistake. As you said, you've only got 15 minutes. Time is not an ally of either wrestler.
I like them King of the Ring shirts, man.
Right now, the clock is ticking on them advancing to become king of the ring. No sudden death, ladies and gentlemen. If you're disqualified, you're eliminated. A count out, forget about it. Or obviously a pin or a submission.
Jim Cornette, don't adjust your sets. Oh, okay. So Boston already. Who'd Boston beat? Who the hell they beat? Why don't I know this? Let me just think of the teams. Oh, probably New York. Was it New York? It's probably the Knicks. Was it Boston and New York? That might have been it. So it's Dallas and Boston. I got no dog in that fight. I do not care who wins between Boston and Dallas.
He's got to try to take Yokozuna off his feet and then keep him off his feet and really use his usually offensive-minded arsenal.
I was a fan of both teams in their championship years. I love the Garnett years in Boston, even though they did beat the Pistons a couple times. But I always thought the Dirk years in Dallas were awesome, too. I feel like Yoko is going to get DQ'd or something. There's no way Savio just pins him, right? Come on, Quang.
Let me put it in perspective for you. Yokozuna weighing in at 641 pounds, you said, now makes him the heaviest wrestler of all.
Oh, Indiana. Thank you. When I was a kid, I remember Boston and Indiana would play in the... Or not even a kid, I was a teenager. But Larry Bird and Chuck Person. Why does that name not sound right? No, Chuck, I think his last name was Person. Chuck Person. They did not like each other.
By the way, where is the tag team partner? The tag team championship partner, I should say, of Yokozuna. Owen Hart, ladies and gentlemen, looking on as we speak. Owen Hart, back along with Stan Lane at the WWF.
Oh, Owen Hart and Stan Lane.
And I would imagine that right now Owen Hart likes what he sees. Well, I'm sure he does. Now, you know, Yokozuna had a
Wait, why can't I think of it?
disadvantage because he did not know who to
What did we just learn, like, within the last couple of years? Who was Stan Lane's, like... Somebody thought they might be his daughter or something? Help me. Bonsai. It was something gnarly. It's not good, whatever it is. I don't remember.
Once again, as I started to say, Yokozuna did not have a chance to know who to prepare for. Savio Vega or IRS. Both were just recently in the fight.
Yeah, Yokozuna and IRS, that would have been a funny match.
So you're saying Yokozuna's at a disadvantage? Oh, come on, please. Yokozuna. Using a top rope to his advantage, this man will cheat. You would think that he would simply use his huge girth to his advantage, but no, he has to do more than that. He has to cheat.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was thinking it was wrestling related. I'm like, all I know is I have a negative feeling in my head. It's because it's white trash treasure, Lauren Boebert. That's right. I couldn't. I was thinking it was somebody in wrestling. I don't know why.
Mr. Fuji waving the flag, but wonder whether or not Savio is going to be waving the flag in a minute. The white flag, look at that.
Thank you, Chris. Yeah, Lauren Boebert. She's such trash.
Now against Yokozuna, two-time World Wrestling Federation champion. I mean, it's
Oh, the good old nerve hold by Yoko.
now, man, when you've already wrestled once. That guy Ray's around looking on. As a matter of fact, our Spanish commentators as well, ladies and gentlemen, here with us. Those of you listening in Spanish, enjoying the matchup. By the way, Vinny Mac, I got a scoop. What's that? I found out through the grapevine. What'd you find out? You found out there's Carlos.
They're finally. It's like Vince got his cue to go to the Spanish and French commentary table. They're all doing it together.
How about they're very effective here as Savio Vega tries to make a maneuver. But Yokozuna, the bad guy, Ray's Ramon on the outside.
I think they should pair them up. They should put one French guy with a Spanish guy, one Spanish guy with an American guy, and the other American guy with a French guy. That'd be fun. And then you pick as a fan. You get to pick. Every fan, no matter where you live in the world, gets to pick which duo they listen to. We added another little extra fun dimension to pay-per-views.
It was not Savio Vega, I don't believe was even at ringside. No, I found out. You know, Toby the Roadie. Right.
Wait, are you for real? Night Ranger? Was that really Scotty Riggs? I was joking. I thought he already was an American male by this point.
Look at him.
So that guy on the outside of the ring with the flag, that was actually Scotty Riggs? For real? Okay, never mind. Remember all that shit I said about me knowing everything about 1995? Disregard that. Because apparently I don't. Boy, at the time I thought I did, though. I thought I knew everything.
Just like that, one punch, one chop is all it takes, and Yokozuna right back in control. And you do not want to be in a corner, anywhere near a corner, where Yokozuna can cut the ring off on you. No, you don't. But you know, if, and I don't think it's that big a stretch or an if Yokozuna advances, you've got to wonder about his stamina. It's got to play a major factor in it. Because to win King of the Ring, you've got to win 3 matches.
Gilbert, I thought the Celtics were still way above everybody. I mean, I knew the Lakers were close, but Lakers won or Celtics won like 16 in a row, didn't they? How is anybody anywhere near them in total championships? But nobody home on that big leg drop. Thank God for Savio's cranium. I don't know what Savio has in the back, carved in the back of his head, but I might grow my hair long enough to get a good mic work logo shaved in it or something. Might be fun. I'm curious how Savio wins this match. There's a good heel kick there. Down goes Yoko. What a sell. Oh, look at Owen. Owen in a tux. What is with him being in a tux at King of the Ring? The next year he'd do commentary. Owen. Owen and Razor faced in the previous year's King of the Ring finals. Oh, it's going to be a count out. Check out that guy on the side of the railing there. Get back in the ring, Savio. Yoko just posted himself. Savio's going to get back in. Yoko's going to get counted out. And that's it. All right, Savio Vega, another win. He wrestled on the first 2 matches of the pay-per-view. We are 2 matches into tonight's show, and we've seen 2 Savio victories. Okay, so it's Bob Holly and the Roadie. Oh my God, that foot.
Hello, King, can you hear it? Wow, King. Oh, yeah, I can hear you, McMahon. What do you want?
It is weird that this led to the debut of a dentist. Like, if Lawler had something nasty in his mouth, like, that's not your teeth. What's a dentist going to do? Feels like you'd go to the dentist if Bret knocked your teeth out. And then you'd bring that dentist in. He's the one that fixed my teeth after you beat the shit out of me. But instead, you needed him for bad breath? He's such an idiot. Like, even this is stupid logic. Even if you're 10 years old, I would be like, why would you not wash your foot for 2 months? Just for the chance to stick it in the mouth of somebody who's stronger than you and a better wrestler than you and will beat the shit out of you in any real fight? Like, it feels like you're torturing yourself for a very minuscule possibility that you might get some revenge on Bret by getting to put your foot in his mouth. And why would you want to put your foot in his mouth? I'm not even sure if I can put my foot. I'm trying to do it. There's my foot. See, Haynes? Hello. I don't even know if I can put my own foot in my mouth. I won't try it on stream. Doink was still there. Let's see, 95? Yeah, I guess Doink was still around a little bit. I don't even recall when I stopped seeing Doink. Don't even remember. These guys would have a heck of a hardcore title match, I think, somewhere in 1999 or something. Fucking gimmick, man. Six weeks ago, beat Mantar. Mantar was probably already gone. The Dark Horse match. All right. Damn. You just started off this match with a power slam. 1. Bob Holly's known to take risks on the racetrack. I remember in like it was sometime early 90s. I have an uncle that knows all the NASCAR drivers and stuff. His company works with him, and he's friends with a lot of the big names in NASCAR. But before he was too thick into it. He was doing like NASCAR, I guess, like had other leagues, like Busch Series League or whatever. And he came down to North Carolina, and we all drove out to Hickory to watch like this stock car race. And it was like NASCAR with a big race, but not big NASCAR. It was like something else. And we wanted to go because one of the cars he was sponsoring was in the race, and that car won. And nobody was expecting him to win. I don't remember his name. I just remember the car was like a Caterpillar brand, or that was the sponsor. And he got to go down to the winner's circle and was on TV. It was on TNN before TNN became WWE's home, and it was just the Nashville network. That's where the race aired. And I went to that one, and the guy won, and my uncle's down there like in the winner's circle and everything. It was the weirdest thing. But anyway, NASCAR memory for you. Only auto race I've ever been to.
Yes, on the left, the Roadie. Can you imagine King Roadie?
King Roadie? No, I can't. And Jeff Jarrett, he's got no title defense, no nothing on the show. He's just out there at ringside with the IC title. 1 month away from dropping it to Shawn at the next In Your House. We watched that last year, I think. Gilbert, WCW champ at this time would have been Hogan? Oh, shit, in 95. I don't even know. Hogan, Flair, Giant, somebody like that. Although I don't think it's Giant. Giant would win the title at Halloween Havoc, so it's probably Hulk. It's probably Hulk. I don't know how long Hogan held that title. When he won it Bash at the Beach 94, did he hold it for like a year and a half? We Are Pro Wrestling, what's the deal there? So it was Hogan. Holy shit. He didn't lose a title that whole time? Flair didn't take it back from him or anything like that? That's nuts. Hogan held it until Halloween Havoc 95. That's insane. That is insane. I didn't even realize that Hogan's first run was 16 months or whatever. That's nuts. That's completely, utterly nuts. Only one of Hogan's 5 WWE title runs was over a year. His first one. Nice. Nice. Look at Bob go. I would have brought Bob Holly, a much better gimmick for Bob Holly, rather than a race car driver, would to be like a crazed fan of Bret Hart. He's kind of got the same body style, same tan, same height, pretty close to the same hair. Prior to Bob Holly's WWE days, he was, working down south, like wearing pink and shit. Oil him up a little bit, slick his hair back, give him the glasses. He could come in as like a crazed fan that is seeking the approval and attention of Bret. Maybe Bret even takes him under his wing, and then eventually, like, Bob Hart turns on Bret Hart. And it's Bob versus Bret. Be way better than Bob Backlund versus Bret. That hair on Roadie. I might do the same. Should I grow mine out and do what Roadie does? I think it would look pretty good, especially on live streams.
The Roadie, a showboat, to say the least. And he's had many opportunities to attempt to put Bob Holly away. Look at this.
Nice maneuver. Everything's a nice maneuver.
Excellent counter maneuver by Holly. He needs to really get up, turn
Mike Witt, that was the next year. And that was pretty close to me. That was in South Carolina. I was living in North Carolina. And I paid for that pay-per-view. And they never refunded me. And I never ordered Beware of Dog 2. So I purchased a pay-per-view and didn't get to see shit. I'm still kind of mad about that. Because back in those days, it's not like I had a lot of money to play with, you know? So if I was buying a pay-per-view, I expected to get my money's worth. And I still feel like WWE owes me like $20 for that.
The Roadie somehow able to kick out. Tremendous competition here. Everybody wants to be the king of the ring. And Bob Holly on the receiving end there of the knee in the midsection. Holly being set up by the Roadie. What's this? When's he getting way up in there? Superplex. He's going to go for a superplex.
Oh, We Are Pro Wrestling. You just reviewed that? Go check that out. I'm sure you got a good review of that. Yeah, I remember watching it live with friends and the power went out. It's very common, you know, in the South to get storms and tornadoes and whatnot. And pay-per-view suffered, man. Oh, what a boot. I remember Vince on TV, too, after Beware of Dogs saying, call your cable company. Maybe hopefully they'll do the right thing. I'm like, bitch, you should do the right thing. Oh, he did get him. Oh. Did he get his shoulder up or something? The Roadie in this thing is crazy. I can't believe Undertaker's going to take a first-round loss. I cannot believe they even had Undertaker in this tournament. Shawn, this is one of my favorite Shawn outfits with the plates, with the metal plates. Oh, I remember that match with Bundy. There was a spot in that match where Shawn comes on the outside of the ring and puts his arm around Jim Cornette.
Doesn't make you good. Fact of the matter is, if the Heartbreak Kid nails you with a little chin music, it's over and done with. No man is big enough to withstand the super kick of the Heartbreak Kid. Kama, if I deliver on you, brothers, you're done. Well, you can hear that. Kama is making his way to the...
So if the winner of Kama and Shawn faces the winner of Taker and Mabel, that means Shawn's got to win here. What the hell happens to Shawn? How does he get knocked out of this tournament? How does he lose? How does Shawn and Undertaker lose this tournament? It's making no sense. I guess we're about to find out. How does Shawn lose to Kama, or how does he lose to Mabel later? Or is this one of those things where it's a double... it might be a double DQ or count out or something, and then Mabel gets a bye? Is that what they're going to do? They like to do that in tournaments, especially for the heels. They love to give a heel a goodbye. Creatures of the night. Any creatures of the night in the chat? The Supreme Fighting Machine. Future Pimp. Look at these guys. Yeah, why is this edited? Somebody mentioned that earlier. The Hardy Boys. Yeah, why is this? Why is this? They skipped his whole entrance. I wonder why. What happens on the real? I gotta watch this. Let's see what happens on the real thing here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the same building that Mind Games would be in the next year. Shawn and Mankind.
Yes, the lady snapping away. He is the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. And Michaels will...
During the live pay-per-view, Shawn put the crown on, and it basically spoiled the winner of the tournament. How would that spoil the winner of the tournament? I mean, maybe spoiling that he wasn't going to win? I can understand WWE maybe not being happy that he did that, but why would it... I wonder why it would spoil the winner. Oh, is the crown too big or something? Is that what happened? Is it like a gigantic fucking crown and it went right over his face? Oh, yeah, see? Because the crown was too big for Shawn's head. Oh, okay. Shawn, you dumbass. I want to see if it's on the VHS. Look at Shawn. This is hilarious. In a real fight, this thing would be over in 1 second. Because as we know, Shawn would kill the Godfather. I mean, Godfather is just a huge wimp. Shawn, on the other hand, is legitimate reputation as being a tough guy. He's beating the hell out of people just for looking at him funny. So, Godfather don't want none of Shawn. That's hilarious that Shawn did that with the crown. That's really funny. Like, you had that crown made for Mabel. Let's say in the opening round match, Mabel broke his leg. Then who? Then you just find the next biggest head guy, which I think would be Godfather. Like, well, you got the next biggest head here, so it's got to be you.
Michaels walking back up with a supreme fighting machine. You have to wonder whether or not the Undertaker would be looking on. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Kama, unquestionably with superior strength and power here. And Michaels will do well to do everything he can to stay away from it. Michaels, whip to the ropes, coming out underneath. Michaels on the other side, and look out!
Look out, Papa Shango. Yeah, somebody mentioned at the very beginning of the stream here about that edit, about Shawn's entrance. I think it was George. And I'm like, I don't remember anything about that. So I've never even seen the footage, I don't think, of Shawn putting on the crown. I've never even seen it happen. I don't know how.
All right, let's see what Kama can do now. Kama needs to be focused, needs to stay a bit more patient, and Shawn Michaels will do everything he can, and he's a master at this in terms of psychology. He will aggravate an opponent into making a maneuver. Yes, he's flamboyant. He'll get in your face and then back out of it, and he'll make a move like Kama did a little bit earlier.
Oh, okay. So if I put in my tape, I can't see it. Is it on YouTube anywhere? Can we find a video of this and tweet me a link of it? I want to see Shawn put the crown on. Is it gonna be like what's his name in NXT, Leon Ruff? Remember he put on the North American title and just fell down? And his power maneuvers. That Kama, he's got power maneuvers, guys. There's a guy like 3 rows back dressed as a pimp or something out there. I don't know if you see him. No, there's Vlad. Oh, good. Shawn's King of the Ring ending spoiler. I love that. I'm Googling it right now. Or I'm searching it right now. No. There we go. There it is. Oh, there he goes. Oh, it's kind of wide. Oh, he has to do it sideways. Who's this fool with him? Oh, that's the guy. There's a guy. That's the guy peddling the merch, right? Okay, and then he gives Shawn the blue hat, and that's... Oh, no, that's Bruce. That's Bruce. Bruce is the one there. I thought it was that Barry Dudinsky guy. So Bruce is there with this shit. He looks like a fucking idiot. Oh, wow. That is very interesting. Huh. Huh. Damn, I didn't catch. Who did Vince say that was at ringside there with his wife? What's up, Smitty? Yo, Mr. J. Also here. Yes, and Kama vs. HBK is happening now. And Shawn Michaels' entrance was heavily edited. And they said it was because during his entrance, he went up to the podium and put the crown on his head, and it was too big for him. Bruce was up there for some reason. Yeah, I guess technically that would kind of spoil it. I don't know if I was watching it at the time, if I would have put that together or not. If that would have registered to me, that kind of spoils that there's got to be a big head fucker winning this tournament. They'd have to make a small crown for me. I had a small head back in, the fitted hat days. I remember I had to get a fitted hat for baseball or something. And I was like a 5 7/8 or something. I was like under a 6. A tiny ass head. Welcome to the family, Mike Rouse, courtesy of the Juliet, hooking up Mike with a membership there. Thank you for that, as always, Juliet. Oh, it's all right, Mike. I was able to see it. Mm. I used to think Kama was the extreme fighting machine. He's the supreme fighting machine. Oh, that was Joe Frazier? Okay. I didn't hear what he said. I recognize his face. I just couldn't put a name with it. There was a time when I was a kid where it was very uncool for you to have a adjustable hat. You better have a fitted hat. Otherwise, you might be shoved in a locker. Sneakers were very important, too. Oh, yeah. Earlier when I said Shawn did that arm around Cornette, it wasn't Cornette, it was DiBiase in that Bundy match that Shawn won to qualify for this. He's been doing that spot forever. He did it years later in the DX days, and then somebody in WWE just recently recreated it. They come out and put their arm around Ripley or something. I forgot what it was, but somebody just recreated the Shawn spot recently in WWE. Might have been Seth. Might have been Rollins that did it. I think it was. Come on, Shawn. Almost. Jeez. We had to watch this one, guys. Sorry. We're in it together. I'm going to go get another freshie. Ray Rougeau and what's his face. Just let Ray Rougeau do it by himself. There's no reason for Ray Rougeau to need any help doing anything because he can do anything. He's the greatest man on earth. You know those most interesting man on earth Dos Equis commercials back in the day? I always felt like that should be Ray Rougeau's gig. Just replace that guy with Ray Rougeau. It works, doesn't it? Think about it. He never says anything tastes like chicken. Not even chicken. Sharks have a week dedicated to him. Oh my God, tell me a lie. Don't even get me started. Tell me a lie. John Broussard. Monsieur Broussard. Mr. Broussard, he's a few croissants short of a dozen.
He's got a lot of courage, the Hart great kid. Yes, indeed he does. But that courage right now is a reason why, to a certain extent, he is on the defensive. Taking a tremendous beating.
Oh yeah, see, Gilbert, you guys have to help me with something. I don't know who Sexy Red is. I saw her. I saw clips of her. She's a singer, rapper, or something. Greg is unaware that Sexy Red was even a person that was in existence, much less they do shit, sing songs, and have and are a celebrity. So, I'm Sexy Red illiterate. I do like Red Velvet, though. She is terrific. I think about Red Velvet often, because I'm a little bit in love with Red Velvet. As we all are.
We're at 5. Kama starting to move. Kama now. Here he goes off the rope man. No! Yes, Michaels is setting up Kama all along. That's all cagey and crafty. Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, that's what I hate, Shane. Like, the Tell Me a Lie video at the time made me a little bit emotional, too, and I want to go back and choke myself. I'm like, no wonder it took you forever to lose your virginity, you motherfucker. Get it together, dude. Get it together. I will admit I did graduate high school as a virgin, but I did lose it 3 months later. Not ashamed. Totes normal. Oh, we're gonna do a time limit. That's what we're doing. Okay. I didn't realize if WWE's gonna take the time to announce the time, we go in time limit. What music do I listen to? I only listen to 2 bands, Nickelback and Creed. That's it. I mean, what else do you need? Get out of here with your Beatles. Can you take me higher? Oh! You gotta hook a leg, man. I can't recall these 2 men ever having a one-on-one match. Even years later with the Nation and stuff, I don't know if they locked up ever. So the fact this one match actually won a time limit, did we ever get this paid off? Did Shawn ever defend the IC against Kama? He should have. Ooh, I love that, Mr. J. I need more stories like that. You lost your virginity in the McDonald's girls' bathroom when you were 16 in the year 2000. Right on. This is it. You can't win now. Shawn. Shawn, you weren't going to win with a sunset anyway.
I'm not sure. Come on. I'm not sure about this. Come on, he got it. He got it.
So Mabel is going to face Savio. It's Macho Man and $1 Million Man, WrestleMania 4. Because $1 Million Man only had to wrestle twice. No, I guess 3 times, but he got a bye. Oh! Super kick to the face. Interesting that Shawn and Taker both in the King of the Ring tournament. The first time I think either one of them, I don't think Shawn or Taker were ever in a King of the Ring other than these years. The fact that they both came up, when is Shawn looking at Vince like, but what are you booking here? I don't know who Shawn's talking to. There's a female rapper named Ice Spice. All right, so a bye for the winner of Taker and Mabel. See, Shawn and Kama having a bye, that almost spoils Taker and Mabel. They wouldn't give Taker a bye. Why would you do that? So in my mind, if you're watching this on pay-per-view with any sort of common sense, Shawn didn't need to put the crown on to spoil the winner. You might know, just based on the outcome of this one. Fucking Stridex airship. He's just a sexy boy.
One of the most anticipated first-round matchups in tonight's single elimination King of the Ring tournament is the Undertaker against Mabel.
Oh yeah, Mabel beats Adam Bomb.
Mabel faced Adam Bomb in the King of the Ring qualifying matchup, and he took out the man from 3 Mile Island, securing his spot among the 80 league superstars in the World Wrestling Federation. His opponent, the man from the dark side, the Undertaker. Here's how he got there. 4 weeks ago, the Undertaker squared off against Double J Jeff Jarrett on Monday Night Raw. He finished off the man.
I love that Taker beat Jeff Jarrett. Why isn't Undertaker Intercontinental Champion?
Undertaker made his way to the Elite Tournament tonight. The awesome
Man, they taped these qualifiers long ago.
will square off against the man who walks with the angels. Mabel and the Undertaker in round 1 of the King of the Ring tournament.
And I can't imagine what that match is going to be like, Doc. Can you? Well, no, I can't, but I've got to guess. As always, you know, Mabel is capable.
Wow. Well, I mean, I can see that. We Are Pro Wrestling. I can see that being possible. According to Bruce, prior to Razor's injury, it was planned for Mabel to beat Taker, Shawn, and Razor on that night. That would have gotten him over. That's for sure. Holy shit. And if Vince saw some big, huge guy here, somebody to be a counterpart to WCW's Giant, or, to have another big giant to replace Yoko or whatever, and they wanted to build a star. Oh yeah, Bob Backlund is running for president. Backlund. I mean, I'm about to turn 18. I graduated at 17. I didn't turn 18 until September, but it's just funny watching this and trying to think about me being 17 years old. I already been working for 2 years.
Washington. Are you related to George Washington?
Are you related to George? Yeah, he is. He looks like it.
For Philadelphia. We definitely have to change that. We're going to put a gigantic carrot in there. Vitamin E.
Vitamin E. He's got a Philly cheesesteak. He goes, this can't be what... We got to put a carrot in here to get some vitamin E.
Cheese steak.
Look at him. They filmed all this? Look at his pause. Look at his pauses between him talking. It's like he's waiting for the action. This guy behind him. He's never not been crazy. Even when he was champ and a babyface for all those years, he was crazy. You always felt like he'd snap at any time. Okay.
I'm just glad he didn't cross the Delaware. I don't think he'd have made it. So I have to wonder what our broadcast colleagues would think about Bob Backlund, and maybe Bob Backlund running for office somewhere else, and perhaps Carlos Cabrera can give us a
Bob's going to run for office somewhere. Where else is he going to run for office for? Right here in America. Bob Backlund, El Presidente. And when he loses, he'll claim it's rigged. The WWF rigged the election. Oh, I love, I didn't catch Hugo's mullet there. The Bob Backlund is the Presidente. Trying to fit in with Ray Rougeau. I just need acceptance from Ray Rougeau. I want him to like me. I'm just looking for his approval. That's all I've ever needed really in life is the approval of Ray Rougeau. I mean, honestly, I liked this Mabel way better than Men on a Mission. Mabel. Oh, God. Stephanie.
Undertaker's going down, and I'm going straight to the finals because
I will be the king, pretty Stephanie. That was awesome. That was awesome. I just felt like running. What was it? Was it like Forrest Gump, Jurassic Park, Pulp Fiction, and like Shawshank were all in the theater at the same time? Think about that. Dear Mabel, R.I.P. Love Undertaker. These signs. Oh my God. Dear Mabel, go fuck yourself. Sincerely, Undertaker.
Well, right now, since Yokozuna was eliminated, that means currently Mabel is the largest participant in what is left now of King of the Ring.
Kind of a forgotten pay-per-view appearance here by The Undertaker because first round King of the Ring loss is wild. And I kind of believe Bruce. I believe him if that was what he said the plan was, because you wouldn't put The Undertaker in this tournament if he wasn't going to win unless you really wanted to get somebody over. And WWE was battling WCW. Hogan was their champ. They were looking for new people, and they had some success with Andre and Yoko, and I think they wanted another big guy, so they saw, I mean, Mabel's the biggest guy they had in terms of just sheer size. So they're like, let's try it. Yeah, I haven't listened to Something to Wrestle in a long time. When it first started, I really did enjoy it because that was good stuff, and they were pumping out a lot of content. I went to one of their live shows back in 2018 in LA, and that was great. Met Conrad and Bruce, and they had a porn star there. I forget her name now. Whitney something. Jerry Briscoe was there. Lillian Garcia popped in. I think JBL might have been as well. It was fun, but I haven't listened in years. Alan Carter. Bob Backlund always teaches us words. God, Mabel was only 24. Mabel was 7 years older than I was. That's crazy.
The Undertaker, far more aggressive than we have seen in the past, although Mabel, the look we just saw them.
Look at the creatures. Look at them. That one guy, the guy, creature of the night. I was trying to think of who he reminds me of, and now I just thought of it. Jay Moore, the actor. He used to be on SNL. You know, Jay Moore. You know what I'm talking about. That one creature of the night looks like him.
The Undertaker, this is going to be physical, Vinnie Mac. No question about this.
I only saw like one movie with Jay Moore, and it's a good movie. Have you guys ever seen Go? It was like 1999 or 8 or 7 or 2000, something like that. So like Katie Holmes and Jay Moore and the kid from Party of Five and some other people. It's good. It's really good. Taye Diggs is in it. He's a handsome feller, that guy. There's not many of us, you know, like me and Tay, so. I don't even think it was called Old School yet. How crazy is it that Undertaker had only been in the company for less than 5 years at this point? He's been in the company less time than AEW has been in existence. That's wild to me. Time passed so much slower. The time between 1990 and 1995 in my head feels way longer than 5 years. Feels like 15. Crazy. Oh, I don't know what that move was, but it was bad. I don't think Claire Danes is in Go. A girl that kind of looks like her does, though. Or is.
Fantastic counter. Yes, and Mabel is having some degree of difficulty, obviously. And yep, another double clothesline there.
Oh, Taker's upside down. Upside down.
Seize the moment here. And that's exactly what Mabel is going to try and do. Now, watch it.
Whitney Cummings. That's a comedian. Unfortunate last name. I might not even be right about the Whitney thing. I can't remember. I have no idea. I want to say Whitney is in my head, though. She sat on Bruce's lap. He got all excited. But I might not even be right about the Whitney thing.
And again, look at this. Mabel taking full advantage, and I would suggest that Mabel is risking disqualification. He is not heeding the advice of the official. Finally, the leg is loosened, and the Undertaker in the ring now. He needs to get back in. He's got
I'm about to say I could look her up, but I don't really want to put porn star Whitney in my Google search. So we'll live with the mystery on this one. Oh, it could be Stormy. There you go.
the Undertaker now retaliating. The boot to the midsection. Unchop a series out the now underneath the throat. The Undertaker moving in on Monstrous Mabel.
Monstrous Mabel.
Right back in control.
What did the Undertaker do at? Oh, I guess he worked maybe Kama. Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, that's right. Because he was doing the thing with. Oh, that's right. Kama melted down the urn. Maybe that's why Taker lost here, because he didn't have the power of his urn. Is that what they were trying to tell you? And then once Undertaker was done with Kama, they just transferred that whole feud over to Mabel. And Mabel finished it off. And then Taker put down Mabel at In Your House. I mean, this whole push that was designed to create a new top star out of Mabel turned out to be something that exiled him from the company 6 months later. Like, that's crazy. That is crazy.
Wow. Do you know if this
No, Elizabeth doesn't even use this computer. This is just my work podcast YouTube computer, so I don't want. I just use it primarily for that. I don't want any sketchy shit on here at all. Rest in peace. Yo, Zach in the house. What's up? All hail King Mabel. Almost. Big Daddy V. Well, he came out on all them tats. The purple just cracked me up, though. Like, he just looks like a big black Barney, right? Undertaker wearing purple I thought was weird, too, but it was because he was a babyface and you needed to be colorful.
Right on the spot. Undertaker barely back in, barely moving.
Yeah, I guess Mabel already, he did have some problems in 95. He hurt Diesel. And he hurt Undertaker, too. And that's when Undertaker had to come back with that face thing. Varsity Views, Varsity Blues, maybe. I don't want your life. I used to see Vanderbeek when I used to live back in North Carolina because we did a lot of work with Dawson's Creek and stuff, the show he was on. And whenever he'd come into the restaurant, we didn't even call him James Vanderbeek. He was just, I don't want your life. That was his name. I don't want your life is here. Yeah.
Well, you are profound, huh? I am Doc Hendricks, baby. Look at this. Mabel slamming the Undertaker.
Oh. Watch out, Mabel.
Right shoulder getting up. And that's 568 pounds. The Undertaker just moved off his chest. I don't think a cocky cover like that is in order considering the recuperating powers of the Undertaker. Bye-bye. Mabel gets set. Have a sting in.
Yeah, except the I Love You song. Yeah, exactly. He could, like, rap it or something. It'd be pretty cool. It'd be better than the whoop. There it is.
The Undertaker, who may not be as powerful as he once was because of the lack of the urn. Nonetheless, the Undertaker is still the Undertaker. He's setting up Mabel now. Mabel, from the far side, off the rope, and back by his head.
Oh, no.
Would this be something if he hit him with a pile driver?
Wow. Undertaker pile driven by Mabel. Nope.
Unbelievable. Using the Undertaker's maneuvers against the Undertaker. Pretty smart on the part of Mabel's part. Mabel against the Undertaker. Underneath the Undertaker. And both men down. Amazing. A lesser man, a normal human being, would have already been a beat man. But when you talk about normal, you're not talking about the Undertaker. And you're not talking about Mabel either. No, that's true.
Yeah, Daniel, we never did get to round 2 WrestleMania 11 this year, did we? So King of the Ring 95 instead. We got to do a couple of these ones. And I actually wasn't dreading this too much because, like I said, I haven't seen this in forever. So I actually wanted to refresh my memory. I didn't remember any of that Shawn Michaels stuff. I only watched it on a scrambled stream. I remember seeing pictures in the magazine after. And it was probably several years before I actually saw this pay-per-view. Or got my hands on a VHS copy of it.
The Undertaker with Mabel to the button. Undertaker gets in. Here we go.
Nothing beat the atmosphere of that first King of the Ring in the Nutter Center there in Dayton. So good.
The Undertaker far more aggressive, and we have seen him as a late. Reversal now. No.
Oh, ref bump. Look at there. Look at there.
Right into the official. Wonder if he'll choke slam him. Undertaker in control. Sets up Mabel.
Oh, yeah, Kyoto's rocking the mullet. All them refs back in these days did. Ooh, we just noticed that Todd Pettengill did cut his off because he had the mullet at the previous pay-per-view, and he doesn't have it here tonight. So the mullets were getting phased out, finally.
He's gonna go for the tombstone. If he goes for it, can he get him up? Oh my goodness! The Undertaker.
Choke slam. We got no referee to count this. Here comes King Mo. Or Sir Mo, I should say. Oh, okay, here comes Kama. Okay, so at least Mabel's going to get some outside interference here. That's just it? One kick? Oh, no. You better get over there, referee, quickly, please. That makes no sense that that's all it took. Kama came in and just kicked him one time. That's it? Undertaker pinned and defeated on a pay-per-view in the 90s. Not something that was said very often. If I'm not mistaken, that's Undertaker's first pinfall loss as a babyface. Has to be. Turned babyface in 92. About 3.5-ish years he's been a face. He's lost a casket match. But he definitely was not pinned. And look, Mabel gets boom boom. They didn't even have the decency to put bye there. So our final three in the 1995 King of the Ring are Mabel, the Roadie, and Savio Vega. I hated those indoor airships. I went to a lot of shows during this time. Those things were loud. Zzz, drove me nuts. Oh, Hall of Fame. Cool. Who we got? Ernie Ladd, Moolah, Putski, George Steele, and I didn't see who else. Look at these Hall of Fame days. There's Shawn with Bruce again. Bam Bam Bigelow. Look at that kid. He's surprised. He's probably in jail now. Just signing their little blank card. I wouldn't want that. I don't like autographs. I don't collect them. Undertaker, it's kind of first time we've seen him out of character. The Razor with that kid. I guess that kid that Razor Ramon gave the Intercontinental title to, Bret, you handsome devil, on the Jerry Springer show. I guess he died recently. Oh, that's Bill Watts. Look at Stephanie Wyan with Alundra. There's Ivan. Putski and George Steele together.
It was an absolutely incredible night, folks, and to cap things off, Philadelphia rolled out the red carpet and went so far as to proclaim this
Scott Putski.
World Wrestling Federation weekend. The inductions got underway as current superstar Savio.
Who's he inducting? Oh, Pedro. Ha! Pedro went in too. Sweet. Oh, Grand Wizard went in too. Sweet. Oh, Antino Rocca.
I do wish, of course, that he were here himself to accept this prestigious award and honor.
Yeah, I really do like the private banquet setup. Even how they did it in 2004 was pretty cool. Even though it looked a little bit bigger setup than this, I still liked it a lot. I'd much rather have this, something like this, than an arena setup, you know. Beautiful. Moolah is a lot of things. Beautiful is not one of them.
Hey, let's take a look at another inductee. The irrepressible George the Animal Steel. He was inducted and honored by a message from, well, one of his new friends, actor, comedian Bill Murray.
Bill Murray.
He was having trouble getting there. He missed his cab, and unfortunately,
Terrible lighting on Bill there.
Well, we're not going to make it. Wish you all the luck, George. You animal, you beast, you savage. On second thought, you're a coward. Nothing but a
What movie was Murray filming?
you to come out of retirement and face me and my tag team partner, Ty.
That was nice of Bill Murray to do that.
another inductee last night.
There's Ernie Ladd.
Cat himself, Ernie Ladd, an original
Single-handedly beat the shit out of both Briscoes and then drove him to the hospital after he was done. Don't cross Ernie Ladd.
Polish power, Ivan Putski. What a unique way he had of saying thank you. Listen to this last night at the Marriott in Philadelphia.
Oh, he's gonna sing? Scott Putski looks like Lou Ferrigno.
Come back to me.
And you will see, or you will be. He always sang. They all sang with him. That actually looked really fun. I would have loved to attend that. Doc, Michael Hayes, I'm already tired of you. Tired of Doc. No, I'm not tired of that nice little piece of talent sitting in the front row there behind Vince and Doc. Back to the ring for match numero 3. That means number 3 in Spanish. It does. Oh, was Bill Murray in Ed Wood? I've never seen Ed Wood. Boy, WWE never shut up about that, though. My God. It was so funny. I've talked about it a lot over the years, but in the 90s, early 90s, mid 90s, especially around this time, WWE was so desperate for attention from outside media or the outside world. Anything they could get, they would embellish and exploit the shit out of. I mean, any sort of mention on TV, even if it was a low-level talk show. Did you catch the Go Fuck Yourself show last night? They mentioned WWE. Like, they were so hard up for it. It was sad. Now they can literally pick up the phone and call any celebrity they want and have a pretty good chance of that person agreeing to come in and do something. But back in these days, man, look at Jeff's blonde hair. I'm trying to see if the Hardys are going to open the door for anyone they're going to win a championship from later on. Jeff Jarrett ever lose to Jeff Hardy in TNA?
Let's think about something here. Savio advanced by beating Yokozuna, but now he's had an hour rest. He's a lot more experienced. And we talk about what a phenomenal story it is so far. But let's not forget, the Roadie beat Doink, a great wrestler, even though he doesn't fly around, to get here.
Yeah, I don't know why I've never seen Ed Wood. It's all in black and white, right? There's some black and white movies I won't watch. I haven't seen Young Frankenstein either. Isn't that in black and white? Never seen that one. All right, here we go, Savio. Match number 3. A new hairdo, yeah. Yeah, we were in the middle of the OJ. Are we sure? I thought we were about to get the verdict. When did the verdict come in? That was about to happen. Or no, maybe not. It might have been a little ways off still. Yeah, we just did the car chase. Or no, that was the previous year. 94 was the chase. 95 was the trial. Oh, yeah. Same thing. Still, I have not seen... I've seen other Kevin Smith productions, though, but have never really seen Clerks. I've seen Jay and Silent Bob. I've seen Dogma and Chasing Amy and some other ones, maybe, but never seen Clerks. October 95 was the verdict. Okay. Good to see you, Ricky. The proboscis. Mallrats. I've seen Mallrats too.
Continuing on thus far, Vega, I must say, you have to be impressed with him. Oh, I am impressed, but speaking about him not even thinking...
I like what they did with Vega, though. I mean, they made you think, you know, he got a chance to win this. He's a new guy. Somebody they might want to push. He's fought hard all night, winning all these matches when he wasn't even supposed to be in the tournament. He might have been a fun winner. King Savio. No small package, Vince. That was not even close. I'm not sure when the ECW chants start, but I know that they are definitely present in the final. Mabel Savio final, but they might persist longer because I don't think that tag team match is very good. I honestly did not think this pay-per-view would be that bad, but so far it's not great. I thought maybe we'd come away with this saying, okay, that wasn't as bad as we all say it is, but I think we're probably still going to say that.
But the tournament competition is a little bit too much, especially for someone like Razor, who would likely be continuing on as Savio Vega is. Let's not forget, Razor Ramon made the finals of King of the Ring in 1994.
Uh-oh.
Double J back off. You know, speaking of Double J, what a hot right hand. Roadie now with Vega, a chop. Roadie.
I don't remember if WWE was doing stuff with USWA around this time or not, but I know the stuff that they did previously was before this. And Vince got involved there, and Bret and Savage. That was like more 93, I think. Oh, if you really wanted to punish up, show New Blood Rising. I've never seen that pay-per-view. I've never seen it. It's available, right? We could watch it? We could. He's in a great deal of anguish, guys.
You would think it would be any great, according to Roadie with a hot right hand. But Savio Vega's on his feet. Maybe not for long. A jump by Savio Vega. You can get Double J, ladies and gentlemen, on the outside of the ringside seat. Yes, indeed.
Fans are giving him a little shit here. Hear that? I'm trying to hear what they're saying. And Vince is like, the fans are very much behind Savio Vega. That's why they're yelling right now. No. Nice try, Vince. But yeah, fans are not liking this. I kind of like it. WWE, they needed a wake-up call. I mean, they had competition now, so you can't just spoon-feed us crap. Once we dry up all the pay-per-views, we'll do a solid month of just pay-per-views like that. Great American Bash 2000, New Blood Rising, any other horrible show. This might be the year that we get to the... Have we done Bash 2000? Have we done the Jeff Jarrett Hogan thing? I can't remember. We might have done that last year. If we haven't, maybe we'll do it this year. Uh-oh. Oh. Fucking Jack Doan is all tied up with the front row guys there. Yeah, here in June and July, we're definitely going to get to some bashes and Great American Bashes. Yes! And Savio wins. Yeah. Be right back. Savio has advanced. All right. And our final is set. Mabel versus Savio. So that'll probably leave us with 3 matches left. King of the Ring final. Kiss My Foot. And the main event. Oh, look at Carlos is going to get a word with Savio. I'm about to upgrade all this stuff soon. I need a better, I mean, I have a good boom arm, but I'm ready for a new one. One that I can move around a little better. Doc, you need to stop. I almost think Scott Hall's amused. I actually think Scott Hall liked that. I think he was laughing. That's funny. Mike Witt, 87 Survivor Series, 4 Survivor Series. Yeah, we need to do that one. We'll probably do it this year. Tito's good. He's sleeping. Sleeping hard over there. I don't know if you guys can see. Right on the end of the... See how I'm turning it? Watch. He'll start to appear here in a minute. Right there. See how he's sleeping? Look at him. Lazy bastard. I make him a fort in that little checkered blanket, and he can go in there and sleep, but he's sleeping outside the fort right now. So that's how this room looks in here, for those wondering. God, Kiss My Foot match. I mean, they just had the diaper match, right? Like the crybaby match? Or no, they're going to have that in 96.
History with Jerry Lawler. It seems like he's been a constant thorn in my side.
Bret, I got to be honest, I don't know how I feel about dry hair Bret. Sometimes around this time he would have dry hair. Not for me.
I don't want to make a mistake like the last time. You know, I guess I got to prepare myself for possibility of somebody interfering. You know, Jerry Lawler's always got some kind of trick.
That was such a mark for him. God. Like, watching him cut this promo, I can, like, put myself back at being 17.
When I think of all the humiliation that I've gone through, my family's gone through, the things he said about my mother, my father, and, you know, even the fans. To have made the fans go through, to actually have to subject them to Jerry Lawler beating me with the help of Hakushi, of course.
I'm not a big memorabilia collector, like physical things, but I would love some Bret stuff. I got an autograph picture of Bret. I've got a picture with Bret. I've got a video of me and Bret. But I'd love a jacket, you know, or a ring-worn belt or a set of boots.
Jerry Lawler, that slime, that scum, lower than, well, he will, in fact, kiss my feet. You know, I'm actually not too thrilled about his dirty, slimy lips being on my feet.
Thank you, Bret. Like, Bret's like, I can't wait for him to kiss my foot. I would not want to stick my foot in another man's mouth. Even a man I hate. I do not want my toes in his mouth. There's nothing about that that would satisfy my desire for revenge. Stephanie Wyand is back. This is garage sale Renee Paquette. I think it's you. Yeah, because Bret stopped himself from saying lower than shit, but he said shit on Raw when this was brewing. I remember, Ray. Yes, Colin, a piece of Bret's artwork would be great. He's got a website with this shit on sale. I can just go buy something. It's just I would like something almost like more than something that was like in the ring, you know? Oh, I also have the WrestleMania 12 plaque with a piece of the ring that Bret wrestled on. So I got a couple of things. But if I became like a collector, I'd probably just collect Bret stuff. That's it. Maybe a couple other guys, but you watch that A&E Treasure show, and these collectors' houses they go to, it's like mind blowing. I thought I had a lot of tapes and shit. Oh my, I got nothing compared to these guys. And they got full on outfits and gear and boots and belts and my God. Like I'd like to if I could get the boots that Bret Hart wore at WrestleMania 10, that would be like a holy grail thing for me, you know. What a great guy. He's going to share with everybody.
If Bret Hart loses this matchup, I think Bret's career is over. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but never want to show his face again.
Vince had a foot fetish. The funniest thing I've ever seen with a foot fetish. In the NFL, it was the coach, Rex Ryan, the big guy with the fucking teeth. I guess it had come out that him and his wife, or maybe at least him, has some foot fetish or something. They're really into feet. And then they like play the Patriots or something. And I think it's Wes Welker. He does like a press con, or during the media thing or whatever. He just starts talking and he has this whole prepared speech, but he says the word foot or feet like 100 times. You know, all we got to do, to beat the Jets is just put one foot in front of the other and put our best foot forward. And we know that we can defeat them, and it just over and over. It's hilarious troll. Super hilarious. One of the funniest things I've ever seen. Hulk Who, Hitman Rules. I like that sign. All right, Bret Hart and Jerry Lawler again. I mean, they wrestled at SummerSlam in '93, then in your house, now here. This is the third pay-per-view match between these two guys. Had Lawler not had to leave due to that lovely trouble he got in 1993, he would have wrestled Bret at Survivor Series as well.
Sure he is. Just a week ago on Superstars, he cost Bret a victory against Henry O. Godwin.
Henry O. Godwin. Oh, Welker got in trouble with Belt? Why? That's all in good fun. I'm surprised he got in trouble for that. It's not like he was. I thought he was being very clever in his trolling. It's not like he was coming out and saying, "What a fucking weirdo." He was just being clever about it. I actually think you should promote him. He should give him a raise. Fuck Belichick. Yeah, the Mother's Day match where Bret dedicated it to Helen and he lost, and Lawler had his mom out there. That girl he had with him was, I remember, like getting ready for school in the morning and stuff and turning on ESPN, there would always be these like fitness shows with like people just working out and shit. And she was one of the girls on the show.
Could they play a part in this? And Lawler getting back in, breaking the count.
They were all dressed super skimpy and shit.
Not sure how much damage was done there, but
I always remember that.
maybe enough to count Bret out. If Bret is counted out, we wouldn't listen this Burger King chant.
Juliet Belichick liked his team as professional, and that wasn't professional in Bill's view. How did Bill feel about tight ends who killed people? How did he? Was that all unprofessional? Probably frowned upon, right? I like that Tom Brady just straight up admitted that he did it, and I always knew he did with the balls.
Jerry the King Lawler and Bret the Hitman Hart would prefer to pull out all stops, but this is a decision.
I think the only match of these two guys I really enjoyed was probably the SummerSlam one. I actually thought it was pretty good, the way they incorporated Doink in there. I don't remember much about this one, although I know Bret wins. And I'm pretty sure Lawler is 2-0 against Bret, is he not? Didn't he beat him at that SummerSlam? Didn't the referee reverse the decision? Because Bret beat the shit out of Lawler so bad. So I think Lawler beat Bret at SummerSlam. Then he beat him at In Your House. So Bret is winless against Jerry Lawler on pay-per-view. What's happening? I don't like that at all. Let's fix that. And I think this is the last pay-per-view match they had against each other, which means Jerry Lawler has a winning record against Bret Hart on pay-per-view. No, I quit. Nope. I can't be a fan anymore. I'm going to shut the stream off. We're done. Good night, guys. No, I'm kidding. But that's a little unnerving. Oh, pile driver. What a pile driver. Lawler had a good one. I love that Lawler's wearing a skateboard elbow pad. You shouldn't be able to wear those. Those could be considered weapons.
When he takes that boot off, I'm going to the back. I can't stand the smell. Bret Hart, number 7. Here we go. The first time could be the charm. And here we go.
3 pile drivers to Bret Hart. Lawler, if you beat Bret Hart clean.
They call that a trifecta, Vinnie Mac, and that's it. I can't believe he kicked out after 3 pile drivers.
Yeah, the crowd didn't even pop very much. They were like, of course Bret's going to kick out.
And Bret Hart to the buckle.
I love how Belichick wants to be professional, but I'm like, bitch, you're the one cutting sleeves off of sweatshirts. What kind of shit is that?
Don't worry about the fans, Lawler. Well, they're bothering him. Don't question about that.
Boy, they were passing out them King of the Ring shirts, weren't they? I love that the Burger King was the best insult they could think for the King. You're just a Burger King.
Breaking a face by the King. And Lawler back in control. To the outside, through the ropes. Not bad.
Do they still give out the crown? Can you still get a crown at Burger King? I haven't been to Burger King in years. There's never been a run around me since I've lived in California. 14 years or whatever. I've never had one anywhere near me. But can you still get a crown? Oh, hit him with the boot. Earl, why did Earl not DQ there? Oh, behind the... What was Earl doing? Why was it behind his back? How dumb is Earl? Listen to Vince. God, over dramatic. No, Bret's career is going to cut. Jesus, Vince, get a grip, bro. God, he was always such a nut. I'm so glad the crowns are still around, man. At McDonald's, you got toys in your Happy Meal. At Burger King, you get a crown. What does Taco Bell give you? Nice. Sharpie. Oof. Bret is touching that foot of Lawler's.
I thought for a moment we were going to see the sharpshooter. Some sharp, all right. Smells like sharp.
I'm a nut about clean feet. I wash the shit out of my feet all the time.
Look at that. Bret Hart retaliate.
You'll never find any toe cheese on me or anything like that. I'm a clean boy.
Lawler had the boot in his hand. Receiving an elbow.
You could eat off my feet. I mean, don't. But if you had to, you could.
Wait a minute. Lawler.
But don't.
Again. Shielding that blow from the official. Rammed the boot right into the eye of Bret Hart. And Lawler.
Lawler, put your boot on.
He went about ringside up in the first 10 rows. Lawler zipped that boot back up. Yeah, good. I hope he rams that foot in the boot, zips it up, gets this over with.
This is the type of pay-per-view that needs to be in Louisiana, not Philadelphia.
That's all he's looking for is a victory. Somebody's got to win. There's got to be a winner, and there's got to be a kisser.
Oh, that's right. Taco Bell hooks you up with the squirts. That's nice of them. Last time I was there, I got the most unbelievable customer service from this kid at the drive-thru. I wanted to turn around and offer him a job. Just, you could tell, just a nice young kid, hadn't been jaded by the workforce yet. Oh, here comes what's-her-face. Hakushi and Shinja. Fucking Hakushi. Oh, he's gonna nail Lawler. Oh, yeah, this is, okay. So I think this is what begins the face turn process for Hakushi. He goes face pretty soon, I think, because Lawler gets pissed about this. I don't know how long it takes for him to be face, but I know that plays into it somehow. All right, Bret's going into his moves here. Nothing can stop him now. God, Lawler is sandbagging Bret on all these moves. He just did it on the Russian and on the leg sweep and now on that backbreaker. Fucking Lawler. At least the crowd loves Bret. Vince, Jesus. All right, Lawler's gonna taps out of the sharpshooter in the middle of the ring. You know what I'd like to... I'm wondering, how many pay-per-view matches has Bret Hart won with the sharpshooter? Not as many as you'd think. Started at SummerSlam 91 with Kurt. He wouldn't win anything on pay-per-view with that move for the rest of that year. Oh, maybe he would. He might in Tuesday in Texas. I don't recall. That would have been 91. He faced Skinner. Okay, so there's two. 92. Oh, he beat Shawn. Okay, there's three. At Survivor Series. So only one in 92. He pinned Piper at WrestleMania. Got pinned by the Bulldog at SummerSlam. Oh, Lawler's trying to go. Get your foot off. Get your foot out, Bret. He gets a headbutt. I thought Bret would have to put him to... Now, Hakushi and Sato are back. Ah, Hakushi fucks up again. And I know Lawler is not happy about this. And that Bret Hart-Hakushi match was so good in your house. All right, now let's do the foot kissing here. Why would Bret? Why would you do that? Why would you even? Ah. I tried my best to get a good thumbnail for. It's not one of my best thumbnails tonight, but I really wanted an image of Lawler getting his foot in the mouth. Bret, where's your boot? Get your boot. Oh, yeah, there you go. He's got to do Lawler's own foot. I love that how he like barfs and vomits for like weeks on end. It's like, come on. And this is when they were bringing in Mayor Yankum. Yeah, only about 10 years in for Bret around this time. That's crazy. Now 10 years goes by like that. Yeah, you're right. People like Apollo Crews have put 10 years in. Bret socked it to him. Some bad chicken. Vince. I've had enough of Vince tonight.
Next Saturday, the 1995 Special Olympics World Games will emanate from New Haven, Connecticut.
New Haven.
The World Wrestling Federation will be there.
Can't you pick a nicer place?
Superstars will proudly assist the 7,000 athletes from 141 different countries as they compete in the week-long competition. For over a decade, the World
Look at Bam Bam caddying for the Special Olympics. That's awesome. That's cool. It's not early, early version of, you know, Make-A-Wish. Yeah, I remember that. That was one part of WrestleMania 11 I actually didn't hate.
In the 1995 Special Olympic World Games, and we'd like to wish all the athletes good luck.
Yeah, I think if I had any sort of fame or something, I'd be doing a lot of that. I wouldn't be able to resist. Like if I knew like kids loved me or something, I'd be like, well, then take me to some kids, preferably sick ones. Mike, would you rather kiss someone's feet or pit stop? Always these tough questions, these tough two-butt questions. I'm gonna go feet, man. That pit stop, But I'd rather not do either. That would be my choice. But now.
Here we go, Doc. Who's gonna take it? Here we go. I gotta put my money on Mabel.
Well, of course. Look at the Hardy Boys. I can't get over Jeff's hair. That's hilarious. Mike, you're from Missouri. That's really cool. Because they said all the athletes came from all over the world, and I thought New Haven was a really weird location for that. But I guess it's summertime, so it wouldn't matter. It'd be warm. Actually, that's probably be pretty nice up there. I keep forgetting this pay-per-view airs in June. So actually, it's probably the perfect location because being down south would be too hot.
And Savio with Razor Ramon in his corner is about to have an opportunity to be the next
I spent a couple of summers on Cape Cod and in upstate New York and loved it up there.
It's almost like the story of Rocky Balboa himself. But right now,
Here we go.
Savio Vega, can he do it? Can this man successfully defeat Mabel?
Come on, Savio. We're all rooting for you, man. Yeah, Rocky Balboa, Savio Vega, same thing. Virtually no difference between the two. I don't know, Colin. Mabel and Viscera and Big Daddy V. I feel like Mabel did more. None of them won championships, right? I feel like Mabel had a little bit more success because he had pay-per-view main events and title shots and King of the Rings as Mabel, where Viscera and Big Daddy V didn't do a whole lot.
The king of the ring. Razor Ramon must be saying to himself, well, it was me last year. I was in the finals. I was right there, all the way up. He must be very proud, Razor, that is, of his friend Savio Vega.
Well, look at the New Jersey Devils. They just won the Stanley Cup last night. Nobody believed they could do it, and they did it. Here's Savio.
Oh, yeah. The Devils
When the day started, now he's in the
won the Stanley Cup.
Yes, indeed. The fans in Philadelphia will have a great deal to cheer about
They...
Savio Vega can defeat Mabel.
Did they beat the Red Wings that year in the finals, or did they beat them to get to the finals? Are the Devils and the Wings in the same conference? I want to say I remember that year. I want to say that Wings might have made it to the finals and lost to the Devils.
May have taken a great deal out of the big man as well. Oh, my goodness. Savio Vega hammering away on Mabel. Boy, can you hear those chops?
That crown fits, I don't know, man. Mabel's head looks way bigger than Savio's to me.
Savio Vega with a big man in the corner. Savio Vega hammering away. Savio Vega letting Mabel know who's boss. Don't be disqualified here. And Mabel, look at this. Choking the consequences in Mo. Wait a minute. Mabel.
They did, okay. And then I think the next year, the Avalanche got the better of us in 96. And then finally in 97 and 98, the Wings won a couple of back-to-back cups. But they were strong. They had all those Russians. Oh, my God. Fedorov. Kozlov. Konstantinov. Yeah, I don't think we were getting woos for the chops yet. We might have a little bit in WCW, but maybe not here in Philly when Mabel's in the ring.
But I can't even believe it. Savio's in the final. I tell you, right now, you wouldn't think it. He'd already wrestled 3 times. He's not showing any fatigue, but he's got to feel it.
And look at this. Mabel reaching for the ankle, finally getting it. Mabel pulling Savio Vega.
Yeah, don't get countered out. These are standard rules here in these King of the Ring matches. What happens if you do a double countout in the King of the Ring final? Nobody wins the crown that year.
And this time it's Savio Vega into the steps. The count's up to 8.
And Razor will assist there. And an admonition by the official. Don't.
Razor's just helping out.
If he had to push Savio in, he would have been counted out right then.
I don't know about that.
I do.
Vega now.
This is where I think the crowd starts getting a little bit irritated at some point. Unless they've edited out those chants.
Who must be tired. He must be extremely tired. And considering all that he's gone through, I'm surprised he has as much zest about him as he does here.
King Greg Gagne. No, it doesn't have that great of a ring to it. King Greg Gagne.
What is this South Bronx stuff? That's just where he comes from. They're standing everywhere. Savio Vega has proven one thing to everybody here tonight. That is, no matter where you come from, no matter what, as long as you're in the ballgame, as long as you've got a chance, you can take it to the top. That's what he's done. That's for sure.
Yeah, but what I meant was they're standing in his living room because his parents ain't got no furniture.
Michael Hayes.
We're alive, and we're all witnessing, ladies and gentlemen. Over 18,000, approximately 19, yes. Enjoying the fact
They got 19,000 in there? Wow.
that the king
Let's look up the actual attendance. See how's Vince on that. Attendance is 16,590, not 19,000. You dumb shits.
And Mabel. Well, the bear hug, and it looks like Mabel doesn't have a great deal behind that bear hug. Well, I think he hit the nail on the head. That choke slam had to take a lot out of him. I don't think Mabel's ever been picked up before in his career. I don't think he's ever been.
Got a bear hug. I'll go grab another beer while that's happening.
Mabel, nonetheless, victorious somehow, thanks to karma over the Undertaker, and Mabel finds himself here in the final. Savio Vega can do it. We have proven that. Excitement, and still the big tag team match to come after this. Yes, indeed. More on that later on. But right now, again, we continue to stay with the action here in this matchup. Both men fatigued. Savio Vega should be more fatigued than Mabel, but Mabel there breaking the face. He done made him mad now.
He done made him mad.
And right back into the clutches of that bear hug. And huge, monstrous Mabel taking his time, trying to wear down Savio Vega. But I'm not so sure that the longer the match goes, it could very well be that it favors Savio Vega. Well,
Oh, nice.
that'll put a ringing in your ears, all right. And a big forearm by Mabel. Are you going to keep it running? I beg your pardon. Go ahead, Doc. Thank you. You got to keep in mind, Savio. Hold the rope down, Savio Vega.
Oh, is that going to be... No, I thought he was going to go right for the pin right there.
Shoulder coming up, and Mo does not like
Now, I think we're done with Kennel from Hell matches. One was enough. I was there for that one. That was fun. It was fun to witness from my seat. Bunch of barking dogs.
lower back, and he's already had trouble breathing. Well, anybody that's had lower back trouble, well, you know that it's hard to breathe. And especially now, with 568 pounds, he's cutting off the wind. This is a very, very smart maneuver here by 568-pound Mabel. Mabel, wearing down Savio Vega. Size of this man is not to be believed, ladies and gentlemen. Let you can see live. Look at that arm. Again, it's the size of a normal man's leg.
Mike, next week's watch along, I think we're going to do King of the Ring 99. Those are the next two. I almost did King of the Ring 99 tonight. But then I was like, no, let's do something else. And I'm like, 95, let's just suffer through that one. 99 will be fun next week because I was there. And I was on the floor. I sat next to Vlad. His first pay-per-view after Owen died. 25-year anniversary of that show coming up. So I think next week.
Obviously, they're disappointed. Savio's their favorite. Savio Vega back to his feet, maybe not for long. Mabel. Good.
The date on that one's the 27th. Okay.
568 pounds. Listen to this.
You see, there it is. I love it. Even Vince goes, listen to this. He thought the crowd was chanting Savio. Big ECW chants there from the crowd. Love it. I couldn't tell. Was Vlad chanting ECW too when all that was going on? I didn't see.
You gonna be all right? Almost. Savio Vega, ladies and gentlemen, came so very, very close. Mabel now being set up. No reversal. Off the rope. Big body press. No. That's it. That's how we got it. Do it. No. That was the same maneuver he beat Adam Bob with to get in here.
Boom. There ain't no way.
King Mabel. King Mabel.
King Mabel. There we go. Mabel puts down Savio. It was a gallant effort by Savio.
Coming in to help out. Savio Vega, who was just crushed by Mabel. 568 pounds came crushing down into the chest of Savio. And Savio was feeling effect in the rib area.
Is there like a post-match beatdown, I think, maybe? Oh, yeah. There's Sermo. Razor. Laying in punches. Mabel just taking him. Mario, appreciate the $2. Boiler Room Brawl. The first one in '96 was at SummerSlam, not at King of the Ring. I'm not sure if there's been a Boiler Room Brawl at a King of the Ring. I don't think there has. But the Undertaker Mankind one was SummerSlam, ouch, in '96. But Taker and Mankind also wrestled at King of the Ring '96. In a really good match, way better than the Boiler Room Brawl, in my opinion. Oh, Lord, we're going to get a splash on the ribs, a razor? Jeez, this is dangerous. Elbow? Ugh. That made me nervous. Who's this? Scotty Polo? Or Johnny Polo? No, it's 1-2-3 Kid. I didn't even know Kid shows up here. Everybody gets their ass kicked. Kid and Savio and Razor decimated by Mo and Mabel. Now, does he go all the way out now and put the crown on and all that stuff? Maybe. Oh, no, we're going to get a fade to black here. Oh, here we go. I'll handle this. I mean, yeah, that throne is huge. Look at him. The whole coronation. The whole king gimmick is so weird. Look at those shoulder pads. The royal cape. What an honor. I get to wear this dumb shit on my body. I'd be hot in that. Your shoulder pad's coming all out of that. It's all in his face. Oh, you got a sword too? It's like Drew McIntyre's heirloom sword. Oh, he's got a whole scroll thing too? Yeah, imagine Austin sitting in this the next year doing all this. Oh, God. Give me a break.
As this proclamation states, let it be known from this day forward.
Fans are throwing stuff. I love that his shoulder pad is hanging out of the thing. Tuck it in. They are booing him. He got hit in the head with something. Fans are throwing shit. Mo can't even do his thing here. They are way close to the audience. Way too close. Yeah, I think this is just not going well.
I wouldn't say he ever been to an Evelyn Woods speed reading course.
God, they're throwing stuff at the podium there. They got to get away from. They're too close to those humanoids. Vince is noticeably irritated that Mo's taken so long.
And therefore, from this day forward, you may all bow before his grace. Behold, I present to you the 1995 World Wrestling Federation King of the Ring. Long live King Mabel!
Finally, King Mabel. What a weird choice for the King of the Ring. I remember going into it thinking it was just going to be Shawn. I mean, Shawn would be the perfect guy. He didn't win the title from Diesel, so he'll win the King of the Ring. Think of those first three winners. Bret, Owen, Shawn. Holy crap. And instead, Shawn would win an IC title from Jarrett, but he could have just won the King of the Ring. And then give Shawn the shot against Diesel at SummerSlam. What were they doing? What the hell's wrong with them? Oh, look at Razor's coming after him. Come on, Chico. The Hardy Boy's just standing there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, King Mabel. Bow down. I don't think many people will be bowing. Respect. I'm not so sure about respect.
Oh, look at Lawler. Why is there a window in the to look into the bathroom? Ew. Ew. That's so disgusting. Jesus Christ. Kingy baby. He just... Oh my God, he's just eating toothpaste. Ew, God. He's just aggressively brushing his teeth. Why is it close up, y'all? Oh, God. It would not make you that sick, Lawler. Jesus Christ. And you're puking like it's your first time you got drunk.
I hate to interrupt the planning session, but there's a question I have to ask you, Mr. DiBiase. What does your team have planned for tonight?
What do we have planned for tonight? Well, I'll tell you what, Stephanie. We very rarely give away our strategies at $1 Million Corporation, but it's very simple tonight, and we're coming straight at you. Big Daddy Cool, you and Bam Bam Bigelow. Sid, why don't you tell them what it's all about?
Stephanie, if you have just 1 second of your time to make a reminder. Think about it, Diesel. What's caused you all your pain and grief? I'll remind you, it was a choke scene that started.
Sid was kind of like... This first run of his sucked. He was Diesel's bitch right from the word go. Then he was Shawn's. And then he was gone. Then he came back and later in '96 and won the title.
I hear your elbow. I hear your soul, my friend. I hear your soul telling me the way you feel. You feel as if, as a child, as you as a child, as a big storm would come, you would hold your mother for help. See the fear. But you know there's no storm. It's the Tonka. And it is sin.
Blink twice if you need help.
Bigelow for support. That's right, Bam Bam Bigelow. You got butterflies in your stomach. You're nervous. Diesel's not 100%. Well, Bam Bam.
These are two very unnatural feeling tag teams. Sid and Tatanka do not fit. Bam Bam and Diesel do not fit. The four of them don't fit well together. One of the worst pay-per-view main events, I think, at least on paper, of all time. Like, who gives a shit? It's a tag match.
That's what you see for the $1 Million Corporation. The champagne is on ice. Tonight, you gentlemen are going to be on ice, and you can take that to the bank.
I mean, I guess it was a way to set up the next Diesel Sid match at the next In Your House, but Sid had awesome music. He looked so much better when he came back the next year. His hair was, he didn't have that mullet thing going on with his hair. It was a little different. Looked a little better. He's so huge. Yeah, the first two King of the Rings had championship matches on them. So, I mean, now, though, that In Your House started, they probably had plans to do that lumberjack match thing at the next In Your House, so you couldn't really do a title match here between Diesel and Sid. But you could have done one between Diesel and Tatanka or something and just had Diesel win. And then Sid attacks him after the match, setting up the In Your House match. But yeah, I guess it was about making Mabel, and they were relying on the strength of that and the Kiss My Foot match to make it okay that we didn't get a title match here from Diesel. But I definitely remember having a disappointing vibe as a fan during this pay-per-view. Look at Diesel. Look at Diesel. That's how we dressed in 1995. I remember.
I'm not going to lie and say it's 100% because it's not, but even if it was 50%, I mean, even if I was 50% of the man I was a month ago, that's more than Sid can handle. And if Pocahontas and Sid want to come down...
Pocahontas and Sid.
They're going to do anything at the King of the Ring.
Oh, my God.
Well, let's talk about you and the Beast. This will be your first appearance as a tag team, taking on Sid and Tatanka, who've had an opportunity to cause some destruction in the ring. They've been very successful. Does that bother you at all? First time together?
Listen, Todd, we know that in the King of the Ring here in the Spectrum, we're not going out there to have a waltz or a dance. We know we're going out there to have a street fight. But we came in here with 110% of confidence. And the confidence that we have together makes us more than 220%. And we're gonna
This is some Steiner math here going on in this promo. 220%. And Diesel, and you minus Diesel's 50%, that's 170%. And you take that 170% and times it by two people, then that's 340%, I think, most likely. And then you take that 340% and you times that by two. You subtract the original 50%, and that equals a Diesel and Tatanka victory, or a Diesel and Bam Bam victory. I didn't like Bam Bam. I never liked Bam Bam's music. In the 80s, he had that Vince McMahon saxophone shit. Slam Bam. Does that shit shoot fireworks or something? I like how they tried to spice him up here. Oh yeah, he's gonna get some pyro. Oh, look at there. It's kind of crazy how Mabel turned heel and Bam Bam turned face right around the same time. And they were both, and it both caused them to leave the company right around the same time. They like finish out the year, and that'd be it. Hey, the elbow's feeling good. Look how good Diesel looked back in these days. I mean, are they really cheering that hard, Vince? Listen to this. I'm like, yeah, they're cheering, but it's like, we can hear. Oh, they're coming in to fight. Here comes Diesel right off the bat. Sid attacked him. All right, let's see how bad this match is here.
Well, Diesel himself said the elbow is not near at 100% capacity, but just how far away from 100% is the elbow? And will it be a factor in the matchup? Sid and Tatanka must regroup and get their strategy together. Yes, Big Daddy Cool and Bam Bam Bigelow. Through the spectrum that is together. Teaming up for the very first time. And on the outside, Psycho Sid.
Sid, please don't choke slam that old lady in the front row. Okay, maybe do it. Sid's about to lose it already. I'm surprised that when Tatanka turned heel, they didn't like... I guess maybe originally he might have came out in a suit, but he should have kept his... He should have changed his gear.
Look at that. Big Daddy Cool wants Psycho Sid to step through the ropes. Instead, he doesn't get Sid. It's a good idea. Why? Why is that a good idea? Because you want to frustrate him. He wants to get Sid bad. Frustrated. When he gets unmentally focused, unnervable.
He was still like, had the Native American gear. It's just the colors got a little darker. That's it. He should have like made a drastic change because he joined the corporation. He should turn into like a rich guy who likes money or something. Oh yeah, Diesel had his elbow and Sid kicked it. Oh, Sid going to work on it. And Diesel did have a legit injury to his elbow, if I remember right. That he did suffer on that power bomb. Oh, Tatanka's doing his little dance. Another one.
I told you it was too early. A gallant effort on the part of the WWF champion Diesel, who said even at 50%, he was a better man than Psycho Sid. Okay, perhaps
Tatanka with the spit. Yo, Tatanka. Big Diesel chance here. I mean, I guess at the time, I think my problem was I just didn't care about this match. It could have gone either way. I could totally have seen a scenario where they had Sid score a pinfall over Diesel or something. I'm like, oh my God, they pinned the champion. And then they do the match in your house when Diesel wins. But still, regardless of the outcome of this, I did not care much. Not a very good looking body slam there by Sid, by the Sidster.
It's a shame to see his career end like this. Bam Bam Bigelow wanting to come in. Psycho Sid with a warning. Bam Bam Bigelow must come in and do something now. And Sid may rule the day. Hitting this back leg from Bam Bam.
Wow. There you go. Bam Bam throwing drop kicks out here. DDT on Sid. My favorite ever Bam Bam was just like 1987 Bam Bam. When he was in WWE, I really liked him when he was with Oliver Humperdinck. I remember as a kid thinking that he was a really big deal. Like he was going to be a big deal, or he is a big deal. And so I was happy to see him come back all those years later, in like 93 or 92, whenever he resurfaced. But by the time we got to this stage, I was way over him. He was way better in ECW, and even WCW had some good matches. I like what he did with Goldberg. Oh my God. That was pretty cool choke slam. Off the second rope to Bam Bam. Chris Sudak, appreciate the 5. I think Mabel was a champ for like a week off a house show win with the Quebecers in 94. Yeah, they were. Lost them right back to the Quebecers. They did that a lot. Steiners and Money Inc. traded the belts like that on live events too. WWE changed the tags a lot on live events. That was like their thing. Shawn and Diesel famously beat the Quebecers at a live event for the tags. I think the Quebecers even won the titles on a live event right before the Royal Rumble where Bret got his leg kicked out of his leg. Those cheaters. All right, so it is a Panthers-Oilers Stanley Cup final. Those are two cities that are very far apart. Where do the Florida Panthers play in Florida? What city? Oh, nice back, belly to back there. Because Florida's got a few hockey teams. They've got the Tampa Bay Lightning, right? So Florida Panthers must be in... Not Jacksonville, maybe, right? No. Tallahassee. Fort Lauderdale. Orlando. Okay, Orlando. You're going to pay for your mistakes, Bigelow.
Sid with tremendous speed. Great quickness on the part of in a boot. And Sid.
I mean, the crowd isn't... They're not sabotaging the match, but they don't seem too enthused. I thought this pay-per-view would be better than what we've seen. I was like, oh, this one will probably surprise us. It'll be fine. Oh my God. Sunrise, Florida, outside of Miami. Okay. So that far south. Holy shit. That's got to be a long plane ride, man. Well, I guess they're probably chartering flights, but I'm like, damn, there probably wouldn't be a Miami to Edmonton direct flight for any normal human, I don't think. Maybe.
Tataka, with all that action behind the official's back, and Bam Bam was yanked right back down. Bam Bam was gonna go.
Well, too bad for Dallas. They could have had 2 teams in the finals.
It's up and it's good.
That would have been interesting because I'm assuming the Stars and the Mavs share a building. So if they both would have made it to their respective finals, they wouldn't do an NBA Finals and a Stanley Cup on the same night anyway. I think they'd probably schedule those all on different days, but there'd be a lot going on in Dallas.
On the receiving end of a knee into the back, and Sid stretching at chin way back. Now you're seeing the tag team coordination of the $1 Million Corporation. And you don't see any coordination with these little bad games. Well, come on, because of the lack of experience. Well. They wanted to get in here.
What do we got here? A nerve hold? No, a chin lock, it looks like. Chin lock on Bam Bam, executed by the Psycho One.
Inching his way over to tag the WWF champion. Diesel launch back in. Tataka coming up from behind. The tag was made.
Ah, man. Now it's breaking down.
Diesel hurry away. Psycho Sid. Diesel sets up Sid. Whips him to the knuckle and moves in. Yeah. Diesel now with Sid. Scoops him up and throws him down.
I swear, all of the other
Here we go. Diesel off the rope.
commentators, Spanish and French guys, Vince screaming has got to be so distracting.
Might have backfired on Diesel.
Oh, I love that Vlad took off his blue King of the Ring shirt. He's rocking the guns now. Got a Vlad gun show going on there in the front row.
Against Tataka. Diesel's hurt. He tagged out too quickly. He's hurt. Bad.
Did you ever watch one of those like time lapse? Like they're all over YouTube of like changing basketball court to ice or vice versa in between games and stuff for teams who share buildings. It's crazy what we can do. I watched one where they had a monster truck rally full of dirt and shit, and they got it all out of there like overnight, and had the ice set up for the hockey game the next day. It's like crazy.
The WWF champion Diesel in the corner. Well, you gotta figure now after Diesel just hurt the elbow, Bam Bam's probably gonna be hesitant to tag it back in. In other words, he's gonna try to carry the weight of the match on his shoulders, and it could be a major mistake. No one individual can do that considering the caliber of Tataka and Psycho Sid. And again, we see Diesel in the background who wants to come back in despite that injury. He just came back too soon. He should have known better. Tataka. And Bam Bam. Bam Bam on his feet. Tataka shoved off. Tataka.
Oh, wow.
What a jumping DDT.
And Tatanka and Bam Bam, they were tag partners, right? They were tag partners at the Rumble that led to the whole Lawrence Taylor thing.
Bam Bam Bigelow impressively kicking out of that. I bet you thought it was all over, didn't you? I didn't think it was over. I was taking my headset off. Yeah, right. I was headed to the
Michael Hayes.
other suite. Tataka going to work on Bam Bam Bigelow. Tataka and Bam Bam.
Yeah, the basketball court to ice and vice versa transition is something that we've had the technology to do for a while. It's always been amazing. It's super modernized now. Because I remember watching I was a big NBA fan in the 80s and stuff. There would be issues with like condensation on the court from the hockey games and stuff. So I think it's better now. Like they got it, especially and the speed in which they can do it. This Juliet. So this doesn't make sense. Days after losing the international title, Roderick Strong is getting a world title match against Swerve on Dynamite. Yeah, I guess he is. Did he win a match to get that shot, or did they just straight announce that? Was Killswitch's match wasn't a title match, right? Last week? I'm not too worried about that too much, only because it's moot, or it's moo. It's a cow's opinion. Doesn't matter. But Roderick Strong isn't going to be winning the AEW World title, so it's probably best not to burn your energy on that. But I get it. You're right. Oh. Well, I don't know what. It was like a somersault on top of Tatanka. Yeah, Gilbert, I'm not a big fan of that whole Lakers Nuggets thing and Vince McMahon's behavior. I'm gonna have no sympathy for him when he gets indicted, which is absolutely going to happen. Oh, I thought Tatanka was about to go for Suplex City. It's funny seeing Diesel have a little bit of speed, isn't it? Like, he's got a little bit of speed to him. He's a good-looking guy back then. I can see why the ladies dug him. I don't know what the finish here is. The Diesel got popped on the nose or something there. I'm gonna get a power bomb to... Not the best power bomb, but okay. No, is this it? Oh, he lifted him up. I'm actually glad Diesel did that, because that was all, that whole thing was wonky. Oh, he wants Sid. Diesel challenged Sid, that's right, and Sid walks away. I was thinking it was a countout finish. It's not. He's going to wind up pinning Tatanka here. But Diesel, or I'm sorry, Sid, you chicken shit. What a chicken! He's a yellow belly. How yellow? What fucking decade did yellow mean you were a chicken? And there you go. Big hug for Bam Bam. They don't really like each other. Bam Bam, I don't think was ever a real big fan of the Clique. Damn, guys, we did it. We survived. Props to those of you who hung out for this whole thing. I'm not going to hold it against you if we don't have our biggest audience this week, but we had to get one of these done, man. A lot of pyro for Diesel. Even Vince signing off, he's probably like, yeah, that was a bad one. That one sucked. We shit the bed on that one, guys. Oh, man. All right. Finally, King of the Ring 1995 is in the books. Why did my whole computer just turn off there? There we go. We watched it. We finally did it. It is worse than I remember. I honestly thought we were going to watch this and think it was okay. And we were going to say, you know, it wasn't that bad, was it? No, it was. It actually was. It was fucking horrendous. So I'm glad we got this one done. That was fun. Next week, I think we're going to do King of the Ring 1999. I will get a link up to that. And then after that, I'm going to start thinking about some Great American Bashes and Bashes at the Beach. So let me know your suggestions there. And since we weren't here last Monday for Raw, we're going to be up here live tomorrow. So please join us. Monday numbers have been low. So hopefully Raw tomorrow night will be a decent show so we can have lots to talk about. So join us tomorrow night after Monday Night Raw. We will be here for that. And yeah, you'll be getting some other stuff from me, I'm sure, this week as well, like a Saturday night's main event. I got a few things in the work. It's coming, Juliet. I promise. It's coming. We're doing things. All right, guys. Have a good rest of your Sunday night. Thank you so much for being here. Catch us tomorrow after Monday night.